Okay, so this has been a week. If you watch my reading vlog, you already know, but my mom is out of town this entire week, and I have a lot of projects going on with narration stuff, so finding time to film is, well, I have dinner cooking right now, and my kid's playing outside, and I'm going to film my TBR, so I hope you don't mind a very chill TBR. Yeah, that's just the way it's gonna be. Cool. Is that better? No? Paint cans right there? Okay. So as always, my TBR is going to be more about books that I'm the most excited about right now, all the books that are really on my radar that I would love to get to this month, even though it's really more books than I can feasibly get to. So just in the comments, just let me know which books you're the most excited about, and those will be the ones that I prioritize. Starting with my buddy reads. So on my Patreon, we buddy read 2 books every single month. This month, my patrons picked Red Sister, which is, I believe, an adult fantasy. I think it's an assassin training school, which is something that I don't tend to like, but a lot of people told me to try this one out. And An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green, which is a book that was not on my radar in the slightest, but has gotten a really good rating, so we'll give it a go. I also have a buddy read going every single month through Caravan, which is an online buddy reading app. You're able to go on their website and pick from 150 or more different groups to be able to join for different books and discussions, or you can create your own group if there's a book that you want to buddy read and people will join your group. It's a fairly new company, so they're constantly running updates and they're listening to their users a ton for what things we'd like to see integrated. The link to my group is down in the description, or you can join any other group. But my own group, I have that so that if people aren't able to or just don't want to participate through Patreon, which my Patreon, all the funds go to helping us raise funds for adoption, and then Caravan is free, so that's just, you know, a free option to buddy read with a group and me. And that one is going to be Howl's Moving Castle, which is a book that I've never heard of, but apparently everyone else in the world has. I think it's a middle grade fantasy, so it should be really fun. Okay, books, continuing series. We have Wheel of Time, book 6. Apparently they're mowing now. My husband and my son. It's fine. Everything's fine. Anyway, Wheel of Time book 6, I'm still currently reading book 5, but that review will be out hopefully next week, and I'll be able to get started on book 6 next month. The Broken Earth book 3, so I'll be finishing up that trilogy. And I also want to start the first book in the Malazan, I think the series is called Malazan Book of the Fallen, which I'm nervous about. So those of you who have read the Malazan series, I'll definitely do a review on it. I'll probably have a lot of questions because I hear the first book is rough and then it gets good. So next is classics. We have North and South, which I'll be buddy reading with my friend Jen over at the Book Refuge. I think it's a classic romance, I'm pretty sure. And then I'm going to read the next book by Isaac Asimov. I'm going through his, I don't know, it's like a 14-book series. He laid out like what order you should read everything in. Last month I read Caves of Steel, and this month I'll be reading whatever's next. I also last month planned, or rather in September, I planned on reading the next Ender's book. I want to read Ender's Shadow, I think it's called, and I couldn't get to it in September, so I'd really love to make time for it in October. And then the rest of the month is just going to be dedicated to spooky, scary books. I'm really on like a horror suspense kick, so some books that I have on my radar are Recursion by Blake Crouch. A subscriber sent me this so I can physically read it, which I'm super excited about. I love to physically read my thrillers. I have The Big Sleep, which is actually like a murder mystery detective novel. This, in one of my reading vlogs, I mentioned that I don't tend to like detective novels, and somebody recommended The Big Sleep, and it got quite a bit of interaction of people saying, yes, this one's great. So I'm gonna give it a try. I already have it out from the library, so I should be reading that one very soon. I have The Troop, which I know is body horror. I believe this is about a group of friends that get lost in the wilderness and have to resort to extremes to survive, which I'm just so excited about. And then I also have The Institute, and this is his new release. I talked about it in a recent video, but brief synopsis. a child has some special abilities, so he's whisked away to this special school for these kids with special abilities, and it turns out that the school is very disturbing and brutal to these children, so this kid is trying to make it out, but there is no way out. So I have that one on my list as well. Oh, and then last I have Things My Son Needs to Know About the World, I think is what it's called, by Frederick Bachman. I got this one for my birthday. It's really, really short, and I love Frederick Bachman. He's one of my favorite authors, so I'm very excited to get to that as well. I had more books written down, but I really don't even think I can get to all these, so just be sure to tell me which of these books are the most interesting to you that you'd like for me to prioritize, and I will. I'll have all these books linked in the description, so if you want to check any of them out, be sure to use my affiliate links because it's helpful. I post videos every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.